Why do pickup truck accidents often lead to serious consequences? Is it because of the large size and weight of the vehicle, or because the high chassis design makes the vehicle easy to flip when braking suddenly or cornering? Or perhaps it is because the driver is often subjective, overconfident in his driving ability? These factors, along with carelessness while driving, can create dangerous situations. In this article, we will analyze the main causes of pickup truck accidents, thereby providing effective solutions to minimize risks and protect the safety of you and those around you. James was driving on San Antonio Bexar when he lost control of his car due to drowsiness. He crashed into the curb, causing the car to flip over and be severely damaged. This serious accident was caused by lack of sleep, putting James and others in great danger. Drowsy driving can cause serious accidents. Get plenty of rest when driving. John was driving near an intersection when the traffic light turned green. Suddenly, a black car from the left ran a red light, causing John to not be able to brake in time and causing a collision. Fortunately, no one was injured and everyone was safe. Always be alert when approaching an intersection, even when the light is green. Check both sides carefully to avoid accidents caused by cars running red lights. Robert was driving in heavy rain when raindrops continuously fell on the windshield, reducing visibility. Due to limited visibility, he lost control of the car and crashed into the curb. Fortunately, there was no serious accident and he was safe. When driving in the rain, make sure to use your windshield wipers effectively and slow down to maintain better control. Michael was driving on the highway when he saw a white car ahead. Due to drowsiness, he lost control of the car and crashed into the black car. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured in the accident. Before driving, make sure you have had enough rest to stay alert. When it was dark, William was driving on the road when a red car traveling in the same direction overtook him. Because the red car was moving fast and close, it collided with William's car, causing the car to lose control and skid for a distance. Fortunately, the accident did not result in serious injuries. David was driving on Miami, Florida when he felt sleepy, causing him to lose control and crash into the two-way barrier. As a result, the car overturned and David suffered minor injuries, and the car was also slightly damaged. To avoid drowsy driving, make sure to get enough rest before the trip and stop to rest when you feel tired. While Richard was driving, a red car suddenly swerved from one side of the road to the opposite side of the road on a two-way street. Richard did not react in time and crashed into the back of the red car. Fortunately, no one was injured in the collision. This situation highlights the importance of maintaining attention and a safe distance when driving, especially on busy roads. Joseph lost control of the car because he was drowsy while driving, causing the car to overturn. Fortunately, there were no cars nearby at the time of the accident, but Joseph's car was severely damaged. To reduce the risk of an accident if you feel tired, stop and rest immediately to ensure safety. Charles was driving on the road when he saw a red car speeding and losing control and crashing into the back of a container truck. Fortunately, the collision did not cause serious damage to people or vehicles. To avoid accidents, regularly checking your vehicle and improving your driving skills will help ensure safety on the road. Thomas was driving on the road in San Jose, California, when a car suddenly stopped. This action caused Thomas to not have time to react and crashed into the back of the car. Fortunately, No one was injured in this collision on the road in San Jose, California. Daniel was driving on a two-way street when a truck suddenly stopped. Daniel did not have time to react and crashed into the back of the truck. Fortunately, this traffic accident did not cause any injuries. To avoid similar traffic accidents, always keep a safe distance and pay attention to surrounding vehicles. Matthew was driving on the Miami-Florida highway when a tire suddenly flew off the side of the road. Fortunately, there were no cars nearby at the time, so there was no accident. Mark was driving on a two-way road at night. Because he had been driving for too long and felt sleepy, he lost focus and drove off the road and overturned. Fortunately, there were no cars nearby at the time of the incident, helping to avoid a serious accident. While Donald was driving, a car suddenly lost control and swerved in front of his car. Thanks to his quick reaction and timely braking, Donald avoided a serious accident. Fortunately, the incident did not cause a collision and everyone was safe. Paul was driving when it was raining and the road became slippery. In these conditions, Paul lost control and the car crashed into the side of the road. Fortunately, there were no cars nearby at the time of the incident, so there was no serious accident. In bad weather conditions, always reduce speed and keep a safe distance. Check the condition of the tires and brake system regularly to ensure safety. Andrew was driving on Tampa, Florida when it was raining heavily. The slippery road caused Andrew to lose control and crash into a metal fence on the side of the road. Fortunately, there was no serious accident. In rainy weather conditions, slow down and keep a safe distance from other vehicles to avoid losing control and colliding. Kenneth was driving at night and did not look carefully, so he did not notice the road repair area with the bollards and signs. As a result, Kenneth crashed into the area, but fortunately he escaped without injury. To ensure safety when driving at night, always pay attention to signs and obstacles on the road. Gary had a car accident while driving in heavy rain and darkness, which reduced visibility and made the road slippery. Due to the bad weather conditions, Gary lost control of the car, causing it to hit the side of the road and flip over. Fortunately, Gary only suffered minor injuries in the accident. Eric lost control of the car due to drowsiness, causing the car to swerve and hit a guardrail. Fortunately, there were no cars in the area at the time of the accident, which prevented a serious accident. To avoid losing control due to drowsiness, always get enough sleep before driving. Stephen was driving on a rainy evening. Due to the bad weather and limited visibility, he did not notice a fallen tree in the middle of the road. When he did, it was too late. Stephen could not avoid it and crashed into the tree. Fortunately, he was not injured and the situation was not serious. While driving, Adam suddenly lost control of his car and crashed into a metal fence on the side of the road. Fortunately, Adam only suffered minor injuries and did not suffer serious injuries. To prevent losing control of the car, maintain a safe speed and always pay attention when driving. Make sure your car is regularly maintained. Frank was distracted while talking on the phone, causing his car to veer off the road and roll over. As a result, the old car was severely damaged, although Frank only suffered minor injuries. To avoid accidents, Always pay attention when driving and avoid using the phone. Use hands-free mode or stop the car if necessary to make a call. Frank was distracted while talking on the phone, causing his car to veer off the road and roll over. As a result, the old car was severely damaged, although Frank only suffered minor injuries. To avoid accidents, always pay attention when driving and avoid using the phone. Use hands-free mode or stop the car if necessary to make a call. Alexander was driving on the Dallas-Texas highway when heavy rain made the road slippery. Suddenly losing control, Alexander drove off the road. Fortunately, he was not injured. While driving on a two-way highway, Jack suddenly saw a red pole in the middle of the road. It seemed that the pole had been left behind after road repairs. Jack did not have time to avoid it and crashed into the pole. Fortunately, no one was injured in the collision. While Jerry was driving, another car from behind collided with his car because it was driving too close. Immediately, the driver of the car that caused the collision got out of the car and apologized to Jerry. Fortunately, the collision did not cause any injuries to anyone. Aaron had an accident when moving near a guardrail. He collided with the car, but fortunately the car was only slightly damaged. To reduce the risk of future collisions, Aaron should maintain a safe distance and regularly check the traffic conditions around him. While Will was driving on the highway, a truck suddenly stopped in the middle of the lane. Will did not have time to react and collided with the back of the truck. To reduce the risk of accidents, maintaining the collision warning system and checking the rearview mirrors regularly can help to react faster when the vehicle in front stops suddenly. Hello everyone, thank you for watching the video until the end. If you find the video interesting and useful, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the latest videos about dangerous situations on the road. Don't forget to leave a comment to share your feelings. Your support is the biggest motivation for us to continue bringing attractive content. See you in the next videos.